Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am Madcapper, and this is another video on Watcher of Realms. Today we are doing the Codex. Why are we doing the Codex? Let me tell you. I'm going to tell you by telling you a story. Not even a story, just kind of a, hey, this is what I do every day. So my fiance and I, as you may or may not know, don't live in the same city, fact, or state, fact, same country. We are 3,000 miles apart per se, and therefore spend a lot of time talking to each other using video chat. But we also have a time-honored tradition that we do where we always make sure to say good night, and we usually do so through memes. Now what happens is when I'm ready to go to bed, I will send my memes. This is post video chat. We calm down, we get ready. Sometimes I got to do a couple things on raid, or I'm just going to record a spot. But then when it's time for me to start going, I send my good night to her, and then I wait. Now, because we're an hour apart, because she usually goes to sleep sooner than me, it's going to be fairly similar times. Usually I go to sleep between 11:30-ish, 12 maybe. And so I usually just wait for her to send me good night so that I can go to bed. And, a couple times if she's really later, talking to her parents, or it's shower night or whatever, I'll go to bed before seeing it. But 9 out of 10 times I wait. That's kind of my cue to go to bed, is when I get her text, right? Why am I telling this? Well, so what I do in the meantime, because usually it can be, sometimes it can be right away. Sometimes it can be 30-40 minutes before she's done what she's doing and then says goodnight to me. And so I fill that time. What did I fill that time with last night? I'm glad you asked. Well, first of all, I did raids. Ooh, there's some glowies. There's some glowy. Ooh, some final rankings. Okay, yeah, there's a guild war. Oh my dear God. Okay, raids. I went to the Immortal Codex. And looky what I did, a triple S top 1%. And I'm telling you, I just sat down. I thought, let's give this a go. Let's just throw something up, something different, something a little bit of the same, a little bit of different. And man, oh man, I want to see if I can actually repeat the 163-3900 I crushed on this one. And we trust in TRUSK. Is the name, probably the title of the video. Actually, yeah, there you go, title of the video. So what are we gonna do? This is the team we're gonna use, and you can see one beautiful son of a gun named TRUSK, who is going to be, this is the first, last night we fitted him out with whatever gear I could put. Now keep in mind, he is a defensive based champion, right? He's got defensive damage, and therefore, I don't have a lot of gear for it. I just started saving gear with those specific qualities in order to put something together for this guy. But first of all, he's kind of fun. He's fun to watch when he's on the battlefield. But let's take a look at what we have here. His skills. You can see we didn't drop anything other than dust into him. So if I did another upgrade, I'd need to use crystals. That might happen, to be honest, after doing this, because this kind of might be one of my new favorites. Anyway, we're not gonna do it now. But his ultimate grants defensive increase for up to 3 adjacent tiles, channels to deal 140% AoE damage every 2 seconds to up to 5 enemies in range. Additionally, if directly hit by enemies, the hero will trigger a counterattack to deal 300% damage one time. Now, it would be nice if we can get the effect duration, the AoE damage, the defense increase, and skill cost, but that is what it is. Oh, also his talent, should mention it, all damage scales off of defense. That's the big difference. Each basic attack launches has a 15% triggering a roll, which deals 120% AoE damage to most 3 enemies in range and knocking them into the air. Additionally, when HP is below 50, restores 5% max HP for every 4 instances of damage taken. This sounds like the best champ, or one of the best champions for this very fight, because he's going to get hit a lot. He's going to be down below 50%. We don't have to heal him. He's going to heal himself. 4 instances of damage taken, that's going to happen all the time. And lo and behold, it did. Let's see what happens. Also, his basic attack is magic damage, 100% magic damage to 1 enemy in range. His A2, Jesus, Raid Shadow Legends. His passive, Thorny Grasp. When ultimate trigger, hero pulls 1 unblocked target and adjacent tiles towards himself. Defense increased by 11 and blocked by 1 until the ultimate ends. Additionally, ranged enemies will prioritize targeting this hero during this time. Also, he has a passive. Each ultimate cast increases defense by 15%, permanently stacking up to 4 times. So my bro is gonna get very strong, very fast. I think it's like this is just low potential right now on him. I believe that I'm not using him to his fullest. Once we put some more books into him, once we get some better gear, this guy's only going to do better. But let me show you the gear we were able to put him in. We were able to put him in a Soulbound Arcana because everything else is scaling off of his ultimate. Why not this as well? Now that's going to give him 10% damage, permanently stacking up to 5 times. We do have him in, of course, the Immortal Warrior gear because it gives us that 10% plus 10%. Very strange to put a champion through this, but let's take a look at his total stats. Keep in mind, the most important thing is his defense, 11,009. We have an attack interval of 2.1 seconds, attack speed 239. Obviously, one of the areas we'd really like to pump that way up. If we can get around 400 speed, the better. Crit rate, almost crit capped at 94. 271.5 crit damage, 40% rage regen, because we want him to use his ultimate lots, so the more rage regen, the better. As for his artifact, the only artifact made specifically for this guy and a few others, frankly, increases defense by 10%, gains an extra 3% defense bonus for every 10 seconds on the battlefield, stacks up to 3 times. Now, obviously, I'm only at a 10 out of 10. I didn't have any more, but I will definitely be looking at building this out for him. It just gives him everything about defense. I give him everything on defense, man. So let's take a look at the battle and how we started out. It's very simple overall. We're using, of course, Vladov to gain advantage for our Cerberus and for our Ardea. Very nice. This is not a free-to-play friendly one by any means. We're going to put these 2 up here. We're going to put these here. And we're going to put our roly-poly right here. I mean, tell me, he's headbutting him, man. And then he just decides randomly to spin. Oh, look at him, 2 in a row. Come on. That cat's got to be your favorite, right? That has to be your favorite champion. It can't not be. We're gonna put our boy here, Vladov. And then we're going to put our Cerberus right here. I don't know why I waited so long to put him in there, but now we can just 2x it. We're obviously not going to be using any. There is some RNG on Cerberus because Cerberus, one of his passives is to throw out that water, and he needs to put it in a place where, see there, he's not healing because he's not getting any damage. So we just want to make sure that when he spits that out, there he's starting to get healing. So that's a good one. If he doesn't get those heals, then he's going to die sooner. And if he dies sooner, that's not good for us. So that was actually a really good one. Healed him up almost pretty full. And boom, here we are ready to go. Now, I'm going to time this for right here. Now we see Ardea's ultimate go because, of course, it's a non-automatic. We're going to hold Cerberus. Now, this is courtesy of Fastidious. I did watch his video prior to doing my run here. And the key to Cerberus is holding out his ultimate till we really, really need it at the very end. And that's what we're going to do with this as well. Everyone else's, we're just going to trigger as able. Obviously, we're going to make sure that Constance is only using her ultimate to time with our girl here. Okay, we can do that. Now we're going to pop, and we're going to pop. Again, holding on to it. We're looking at timings. As my good friend Fastidious said, hold on to that ult as long as humanly possible. That's what you want to do, so that's what we're going to do. We want to get that south of 2 minutes when we actually use it. And you can see everyone's still alive. We need some heals. Good. I see lots of good heals on Cerberus. That's definitely needed. Pop his ult again. We're just watching Cerberus. We just don't want Cerberus to die. And Cerberus died. No, he didn't die. Oh, Vladov died. That's fine. Vladov can die. Now, the reason why TRUSK is so good here is he's not going to die. The dude just will not die. Okay, we're going to throw his ultimate out now. We're at 135 on that ultimate. Now, look at all the damage he's doing. Look at how much Cerberus is just popping off. TRUSK is still alive because he's healing himself. There, finally he dies, but now he's gonna get all that bonus damage because he does damage when he dies through his ultimate. We can actually put our boy up here, Vladov, for some extra damage. Oh my god. And this time we didn't quite do it, but that is the battle. What you notice is TRUSK is still alive. We didn't quite get the right RNG on our Cerberus. I think he died a little bit after his ultimate, which is why it did not hit the highest. But let's take a look at the stats here. 186, 168, 131. Sure, TRUSK isn't doing as much, but TRUSK is there. TRUSK's 50 million allowed Cerberus to do 186. That's really what it comes down to. That is an obscene amount of damage. We're going to roll it one more time, see if we can't beat our previous, and then we're going to show you the build of each of them. Hey, you know what? We've already got the number. We've already got our triple S. So this is just to see if we can maybe mimic it, maybe repeat, maybe get a little bit higher. Who knows? And I think with TRUSK, like I said, his build is pretty average because I don't have that next level crazy gear that we can use to get him the crazy damage. Like, he's only at 11,000 defense. This is a guy we want him to be at 14, right? Like every other champion we build. I can't remember. Did I do this last time maybe? I don't think it really matters. I think this guy is just... I like the protecting Cerberus idea. We'll put him up there. We'll go to 2x. So yeah, so really what we're trying to do... Thank God bless coffee. The main goal of TRUSK right now is, yeah, to do damage, but also to make sure that Cerberus can stay alive all that time for when we get that massive energy. Because the more enemies that are on the field, the more he's going to be able to start popping off with those 2 pools of decay that are going to do all that damage for him. You can see how much he does. 186 is obscene. He has not been my best damage dealer in this codex until this round, until putting TRUSK in front of him and absolutely burning him. We can actually leave either side open. Both these are very well built champions, both Ardea and our... Okay, so again, what I did on the very first one here is we timed Valkyrie and Constance's ultimate to match with when Ardea went. Now, we can't do that every time or else I think we'll be wasting it. Maybe not. Maybe we'll try that. Maybe that's the key, is we'll wait until the next Ardea pop. Now, she is, of course, in Soulbound Arcana as well. So we want those ults. The more ults, the more damage she's going to do. I think I'm going to want to do that ult there. And we'll see if timing the ult makes a difference here. We don't have to time his ult. Okay, boom, boom. We see the ults coming, so we're going to pop them both. And that's just going to clear the path. And look at how much look at it clears. It's like there's no one even coming. Where'd all the bad guys go? Where'd y'all go? You're all dead. What happened? What happened? Okay, now we're going to hold off this time because we want to make sure if we can pop his ult. Nah, see, he died too early there. That's unfortunate. Yeah, so that's not going to happen. We'll try it one more time here. I want to try to get Constance's ult to time with his ult, with Cerberus's ult, so that Cerberus gets that extra damage. Maybe I do this. I guess it doesn't really matter. Vladov is... I just put Vladov out there. I don't even know if he's in gear, to be honest with you. But I just put Vladov out there to put him out there. We don't need him for this. But every little bit of extra damage is not going to hurt, right? So you might as well have him out there. And you see where that Cerberus's RNG, when he does that spit out, like right now, he's not gaining any extra health because of the timing on it. Now this one should be better. And you see, yeah, that's healing him up nicely because of his artifact. So, okay, now we'll pop that. We popped that a little early, but that's fine. The first one doesn't really matter because we're obviously overkilling everything. So I don't think it's that much of a worry. It's more about timings. So it's about, Ardea gets about 2 alts before Constance is ready. It's a little less than that, unfortunately. I wish if I could speed Ardea's ult up even more, I would. I don't know if I can. We can pop Vladov here. Vladov loses health, but he heals during his ult, so it's kind of like a double thing here. See, like here, I'm gonna just do it. I'm just gonna do it now because I'm worried about deaths. So that all goes without Ardea. And now our big hope is that our big boy don't just gotta live till Constance's next ult. Cerberus, that's all you gotta do. Because that's gonna be too soon, though, isn't it? I feel like it's gonna be way too soon. And of course, I can't see him. We're going to throw that all out there. Yeah, we threw the ult. I think he died too early this time, but we'll see what happens because we did get the ult during Constance's ult, I believe. So that's going to be extra damage. And look at him. Look at TRUSK. Just like, I don't care. I don't suffer no fools. Just not quite. We need to almost last a little bit longer. We didn't get it. That's okay though. We did get that first roll, and of course you can't repeat that magic. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you think there's any other setup that would make this, that could guarantee me to get closer? I mean, honestly, 163 3900 is obscenely good. You see, I've only ever done it 3 tries, right? And that first one was the best one. We didn't change any gear. You see that first one, 190. That's the big difference. 178, 141, and 52. And 11 million. Yeah, Vladov just doing something there. But that's the difference, is 186, 168, 131, 150. You see, everyone's a little bit lower. And I think it didn't even last the longest, but I think it's just was the timings were a little bit better on those champions to get that extra damage. But let me know in the comments down below. What do you think about our boy TRUSK? Let me show you the rest of the team here. First, we have now Valkyra's in a very nice build. She was, because we used it for the Gear Raid 4. She was the mainstay there. She was the difference maker. She's fully skilled up, by the way. Her gear, I actually unskilled Boreas so that I could skill her, and that was a beautiful decision. Though my arena's paying for it a little bit. Anyway, so her total stats here: 14,990, 1.4 second attack interval, pretty much crit cap, 0.5, oops, 364.5 crit damage, and she is in the Ageless Wrath, which gives her the extra damage for every crit hit. Next up, Ardea. She is in a Soulbound Arcana, which is going to give her that extra ultimate every time, that extra damage every time she casts her ultimate, and she's sitting at 25,043 attack, 310 crit damage, 425 attack speed. We have to do that because of the gear we have. I give her the best gear, and I'm missing one. I have to do a crit rate with crit damage attack bonus to be able to crit cap her, and that's just with the gear I happen to have. So, you know, we did try different things. You see, I have one here that's a pretty good piece overall. I actually dropped this because this has the flat attack, and I didn't need the crit rate because I was using a crit rate piece on her first on the right side. So that's it. Oh, I forgot to show you the artifact. So I'll show you. Her artifact is a maxed out Scarlet Hunt. It deals extra 30% damage to targets infected with bleed. This is not going to do really anything for this encounter. It's really meant for sustained encounters because she does have a bleed on her skill. She inflicts bleed with a passive there. So passive, when the hero deals damage to the same enemy 2 times, immediately deals 70% extra crit damage and inflicts bleed. So this doesn't do much for me in this encounter because nothing's lasting that long, but it would, you know, for example, I was using her in Guild Boss, or if you're using her anytime that you hit people more than once, it's a perfect artifact for her. So maybe at some point I'll look at a different artifact because there are some different artifacts that would definitely do well. I think the Realm Tier is another one that would be very strong for her, maybe even stronger than this one, but until I have a second realm tier built. Zilla 2 is going to keep that. She's my newest champion. She's in the guild boss, and this helps her damage immensely. So just so you know on that. All right. Next up, sorry, I always kick back out. The third one, the man of the hour, Cerberus himself. Actually not crazy build, but pretty darn good. You can see he's in the Glacier, which gains attack bonus equals 6% max HP when employed. He's got a little bit more HP. We do want him to survive a little bit longer, so I thought the Glacier just happened to work out. We also see I have him over in Immortal Warrior to help his survivability a little bit, and that gives him still 14,319 attack and attack interval 1.7, crit capped with 332 crit damage and 22.5% rage regen, and of course we have a maxed out lunacy visor. That is the key to this all. Increases the block by 1, but more importantly for this, it restores HP equal to 1.2% of the max HP each time they deal 1 damage to the target, stacking up to 3 targets. So this is what heals himself when he puts out his damage. That new gear, there's a new gear set that also does some healing. I think that'll be amazing for him for this encounter, so hopefully we can get that in the next roll around for this encounter. We'll be able to have that. Next up is Constance. Nothing special with Constance. She is in Keen Wisdom. She's actually missing gear. Oh my god. Here's an idea I have. Maybe I should, actually I don't think she's missing gear. I think it's a upgrade. She is in a Keen Wisdom. I would like the Obelisk. I accidentally sold it. I thought I had it on her and I only needed one, so I sold the dupes because I was trying to max out something else. Realized I had taken it off her and put on Keen Wisdom. So therefore, I don't actually have that the piece that I want on her. So we'll work on that. We'll get that. Oh, there's a +2. I didn't even see you. Never mind. And for gear, yeah, see, it's just an upgrade piece. It's okay. She's in a broken set. She is in a Warlord set for that extra attack. Her stats are 12, 653 attack. So she's going to do some decent healing. She's got 351 attack speed, 232 crit damage. Not a big deal here. We obviously have 0 crit rate, so that's just happenstance. Some rage regen, but healing effect 70, so she's able to heal as well as able to fight. We do have her pseudo leveled up. Probably just to, yeah, just to the first crystal. And there she is. And then finally, we have Vladov. Vladov maxed out, wearing some decent gear, I guess. 11,514 attack. He's at 1.4 second with a 425 attack speed. Crit rate, crit cap, 273 crit damage. No rage regen. That's our guy. You know, he's just a little bit like I'm. Part of me is thinking maybe if we put him, I put him in the Wicked Vengeance just to try it out. We happen to have 2 pieces that they're not good by any means, but they're serviceable, and it worked for him. So I thought it would be fun to use it. That's my first of the new sets to be able to be used. But I was thinking maybe this guy in the what's this one called again? Immortal Warrior. Wow, I'm having a moment this morning. It's too early. Immortal Warrior, to give him some more HP because he does have a heal mechanic. So if he can stay alive, then he can actually heal himself, which is right. Is it in his ultimate? Yeah. So eliminating target recovers 10% of the HP. So when triggered, it converts 16% of his max HP into attack and loses 10% of HP per second. And then eliminating a target recovers 10% of the HP, and it lasts for 20 seconds. So that's kind of a something we could maybe look at to try to min-max, but I don't think it's going to be that crazy new. So, gosh, the reality is I don't know how I'm going to do better. I don't think I will do better. It is the best damage I've ever done. This is my first triple S on any of the encounters, so pretty stoked about that. But there you go. What do you think of the team? What do you think of Trusk? Trust in Trusk. He's running for office 2024. That's all I have for you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Please be kind, be safe. We'll see you in the next video.